Greetings all. So this is the dark wave on Pluto for the month of January 2025. Quick share for 2025, another layer of sharing in the sense that for 2025, Pluto will really be the ruling planet. Many factors, many layers of information. 2025 adds up to nine. So numerologically, we're in a 9 year. So lots of destruction, and Pluto's really good at destruction, destroying anything that's not authentic. And once Pluto turns on, it just continues to fractal wise just destroy and disseminate everything in its path or build up as well. Build up things in a very quick and extreme manner as well. So this will be a year of Pluto's revenge, right? Not a dwarf planet. So this year will be especially plutonic with Pluto out of bounds, re-beginning the Rave Mandala in Gate 41. This is the Pluto interregnum for a new cycle of transformation for humanity. Pluto will thus rule this year from Gate 41, and almost every outer planet will be in trine or sextile by mid-year for a preview of what 2026 will bring, where the outers will be permanently, well, not permanently, but for its 10 years, I was saying in the last video, fixed in masculine signs and in the elements of air and fire. Next year, the intensity of this Aries vortex hit will be making March and April very, very trial by fire months. And as Uranus comes around to move into Gemini in early July, as well as the summer solstice in June, around June 20th, and all the squares and oppositions happening around then. June and July will be additional stressful months of the year. These are like the two different points that will be very key to moving forth our intuition to guide us. So Pluto's dark powers will ravage the inner fire for your own personal dark night, confronting hidden faces you might in the past have denied. Remember, we all confuse the people around us with past confrontations. Try to meet others for the immediacy of their presence and your own presence. Communicate your needs and ask them their needs in return. Pluto asks that you shed layers of faulty images of the self and to be as authentic as possible. Remember, the message of Pluto lies in being able to wield your true power. And what is more powerful than being able to be your true essence, to be your true self, no matter where you are? Now, asks you to shed these layers of falsity, and this will be the message for the Aquariuses as Pluto goes deeper into Aquarius. Aquariuses, if you are listening, it is important that you be authentic as possible in your frequency and let the light of the truth of who you are shine forth in all your dealings, and Pluto will respect that and allow a transformation for you with as least chaos as possible. In other words, it is a time to communicate how you're feeling and what your authentic needs are, and putting light on what is truly important to you. And this will be the key for the visions and for the kind of omega vortex points of March, April, and June and July that I'm talking about. Because with the masculine outer planet, or the outer planets and masculine signs, and all in trine and sextile to each other. It's like we won't have time to figure things out. We won't even have time to analyze things anymore. You'll just be picking cards. You'll just be, that'll be the best you can do in the moment. I mean, the best you can do in the moment is following your intuition, of course. My favorite analogy being that of the Matrix author. Your plan, for example, is to walk down this street and to turn right at Avenue D. But all of a sudden you get the hit to turn left on Avenue A. So that is what you will do. Intuition will be the key to start thriving this year. And so we're reflecting again on the recent month of Pluto and Aquarius. Look at what house Pluto is visiting because it's going to be here for a while. I remind you guys of this all the time. It'll be here till 2044. So all of us are going through a transformation wherever Aquarius is in our chart. And now finally for the dark wave, the monthly points at which the moon transits Pluto. That will be so presently, Pluto's in the fixed sign of Aquarius early on. So the moon, whenever it hits a sign, a fixed sign in the early degrees, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, it'll cause the conjunction of Pluto and the moon. And moon being kind of the emotional body, kind of control movie that the moon plays, right? I mean, this goes into Gurdjieff's The Fourth Way, where the bigger the moon gets, the more tension, the bigger the tension in our bodies get. And so regulating and keeping balanced with our nervous system and our exercise and our breathing helps a lot. Otherwise, there could be blowouts on these days, especially if there's extra stress. And that's January 1st, which will be, I think, Wednesday. Pluto will conjunct the Aquarius moon. On January 7th, Pluto will square the Taurus moon. On the 14th, right after the new moon, the Leo moon will be opposing as it enters the moon, and it'll be opposing Pluto in early Aquarius. On the 21st, the Scorpio moon will square the Pluto Aquarius moon. And then oh, I don't have the date, or I put the date wrong. I would assume 7 days later, which would make it the 28th. So around the 28th, Pluto will be conjuncting the Aquarius moon. So this is about 5, 6 days after the sun conjuncts Pluto. So really interesting layers and permutations here in January. This month of January is a lot of energy, but most of the planets are going direct, so it'll move pretty swiftly, and there'll be tension and there'll be conflicts, but the energy will be moving swiftly and cleanly up until March. March, there'll be a lot of shutdowns on the freeway lanes and a lot of pileups and a lot of revisits to the underworld. Venus will be revisiting the underworld, and so will Mercury. So we'll be kind of examining our failing minds and reassessing the nature and art of our hearts. And so that's it. This is the dark wave where Pluto and the moon meet every month. And I let you guys know where that is so you can be aware of any tensions or conflicts that need to come to the surface in order to be released. The best to you all. And that's it. Till next time.